Today, we are going to talk about included food choices on the Carnival Mardi Gras. By included, I mean you've paid your cruise fare, you get on the ship, and you don't have to pay another dime. All of the food is included in the price you paid for your cabin. The Carnival Mardi Gras has the widest selection of food choices that I have seen on any ship, and the widest selection of included food choices. You can get everything from fine dining to fast food, grab and go, Asian, Mexican, Italian cuisine. By my count, there are 14 different venues that you can go to and not have to open your wallet at all. So let's talk about those included food options on the Carnival Mardi Gras. First, what are your options? Second, is the food any good? And third, can you eat well enough on just those included food options? Let's talk about it. You're watching Cruising with Dee. On an older mainline cruise ship, your included options can be quite limited. You have a main dining room, a buffet, perhaps some lunches and specialty restaurants, but that is pretty much it. On Carnival, you'll also get pizza, Guy's Burgers, and the Blue Iguana Cantina. But on the Carnival Mardi Gras, the options are really outstanding. As mentioned, there are 14 different included venues. So let's take a look at those venues, and I'll give you my opinion of them. But one major thing you need to know first, my food filter. Every reviewer has a particular way of looking at food and the type of food that they enjoy, and your results may vary. You need to know this food filter when you're looking for cruise food reviews online. For me, I'm a bit of a foodie. I don't like bland food or standard American fare. I like spicy foods, lots of ethnic cuisines, and foods I don't normally eat at home, like escargot and baked Alaska. And I can't stand cold food. I really need my food to be served hot. So please watch my reviews with that in mind. I also don't rank my food choices in my food videos because my number one might be your, last on your list. Before we start with the food venues, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button on this video. We are just getting our channel started and I would really appreciate it. When you subscribe, you'll find out when we have new videos for you, including some live videos we have planned on ships for later this year, including on the Carnival Venezia. Okay, so let's start with the main dining room, also sometimes referred to as the MDR. On the Carnival Mardi Gras, it is called the Palm, and it is on decks 6 and 7. You can get breakfast and dinner there, and brunch on sea days. Like nearly all other cruise lines, since the pandemic, there have been cutbacks to menu items, to quality of food and portion sizes in the MDR. But I'm looking at the MDR and other venues overall on how it is today, not how it was pre-pandemic. It doesn't help you if I whine about menu items I miss on the sea day brunch, or of the lovely port of call menus Carnival used to have, or how I could get lox and bagels for free in room service. Wait, I guess I really am whining, but I swear that is it for the whining. So back to the MDR. The MDR on the Carnival Mardi Gras is good. I was served hot food at all my meals, which is a big deal for me, and I didn't have to wait a long time for my food to be served. I enjoyed most of my meals there, including the filet on the first formal night. I love the Rare Finds appetizer selection, which lets you order something a little unusual like smoked salmon, alligator bites, and frog's legs. It used to be called the Did You Ever menu. And certain desserts like the chocolate melting cake, the Grand Marnier souffle, and the Bitter and Blanc bread pudding are truly outstanding. Some overall negatives were the difficulties of getting vegan meals for a travel companion, which I'll cover in a separate video, and also that the lobster was small and not very good on my most recent trip in March of 2023. Some of the portions for appetizers and entrees are quite small, which I personally don't mind, as I like to taste many different things. Just a note on the dining times. At the MDR, you can get early or late set dining reservations at 5:30 or 7:45, or you can do your time dining. For that, you use the app to let the dining room know when you are ready to eat, and your phone lets you know when your table is ready, usually within 20 minutes of asking for a table, often immediately. When notified, you have 10 minutes to get to the dining room. As mentioned, you can also get a standard cruise ship breakfast at the MDR on port days, which is a great option if you dislike buffets or grab and go. And on sea days, they have an expanded menu for their sea day brunch. They serve at breakfast and lunch everything from steak and eggs to huevo rancheros, eggs benedict, burgers, even fried chicken. This is a wonderful extra included dining option. Our second option is the Lido Marketplace, which is the buffet on the Mardi Gras. For breakfast, you can get all your American breakfast favorites, including made-to-order omelets, hash browns, breakfast potatoes, breakfast meats, and yes, it is true, bacon is only served every other day right now on Carnival. There's eggs Benedict, pastries, oatmeal, yogurt, fruit. The food is generally at least warm, and it's a great option when you're running off to port and you don't want to spend a ton of time on your breakfast. For me, lunch is the best meal to get on the Lido buffet. I don't generally eat a huge lunch, and I can get quick bites at the buffet, whether it's a salad or a small portion of falafels. For lunch, there's a carving station, a pasta station, shawarma, sea dogs, which is the hot dogs, and a nice salad bar as well. For dessert, you've got cakes, a gelato station with 2 options a day. The variety for the Carnival buffet, and indeed all cruise buffets, has declined since the pandemic. But enough, there's just enough food choices on the buffet. For me, especially like the shawarma and the carving station and the gelato. It does lack a couple of things I like to see, such as an expanded Asian selection and maybe a little more entree variety in general. Nevertheless, there is something for every palate, whether you're like me and you're a bit of a foodie or you're more of a meat and potatoes kind of person. Dinner at the Lido is pretty basic, not a huge amount of choices, usually a selection of menu items from the dinner in the MDR. So I don't get dinner at the Lido unless I'm exhausted after a long day at port. I don't want to change for dinner. There are just too many other good dinner options on the Carnival Mardi Gras. So for me, I don't tend to have my dinner at the buffet. Just a note that sugar-free desserts are available at both the Lido and the MDR, and I find them tasty and a huge help when I'm watching my weight on keto or for my diabetic family members. If you like salads, you'll enjoy the third included food option, which is the salad bar on the Serenity deck. I was traveling with a vegan friend, and this was her favorite salad option on the ship. For venue number 4, I'd like to talk about Street Eats, which is right off the Lido pool. Street Eats is my absolute favorite place to get a quick bite of very flavorful food, usually with minimal or no line. It's like having food trucks on your ship with a new menu item at each stall every afternoon. And as a foodie, I'm a huge fan. The 3 stalls are called Steam Dreams, which has mostly Asian specialties like bao and pot stickers, Mad Sizzle, which has Indian and Asian specialties like pad thai and chicken satay. And then there is Time Fries, which has fries loaded with different culinary concoctions. I'm not a big fries person, but one day I was walking by and I just had to have the carbonara fries. They were serving those and they were fantastic. You can get chili cheese fries, loaded fries. So 3 quick, yummy, included food bites every day at Street Eats on the Lido deck. And right across from there, you have a good-sized blue Iguana Cantina for our 5th included food option. A casual food place. It's got Mexican food. You can get made-to-order tacos and burritos with whatever type of meat you want, fish or vegetables if you're vegetarian. And then you can customize those with the toppings and salsa bar. There's black beans, lettuce, crema fresca, salsas at all spice levels. It's also another included breakfast option with good breakfast burritos to go. No Carnival ship is complete without a Guy's Burger joint, which is our 6th included food venue. On the Mardi Gras, it is greatly expanded and it's its own casual restaurant on deck 17, instead of being part of the Lido deck like most ships. There's usually a big line, but it moves quickly, and then there are stalls to have your burger right there. Of course, you'll find all your favorites, such as the pig patty, that's the basic burger, and there's tons of special burgers that Guy is known for, including the Ringer, which is my favorite one. It's got the bourbon and barbecue sauce and an onion ring. For basic burgers, you can customize them as you like at the Big Fixings bar. And there's also an off-the-menu vegan burger, which my vegan friend really loved. Our 7th venue is Shaq's Big Chicken. The Mardi Gras was the first in the Carnival fleet to get this new eatery, which is located near the Tides pool on the back of deck 16 aft. Right past the Lido, basically. Shaq's has become a true favorite for cruisers. It offers amazing chicken sandwiches, but you can also get fried chicken, and things like chicken strips, which is why my grandchildren would probably never leave this restaurant. They have even grilled chicken, which you can get on request for the sandwiches. The chicken is served with fries and slaw. I really like this venue. The food's hot, the lines move very quickly, and it's quality chicken. They have no antibiotics or hormones in the chicken they use. The 8th venue we're going to discuss is Chibang. It's Chinese and Mexican fusion. Although there's not a ton of fusion going on, it's more like you get 2 separate menus. One's Mexican and one's Chinese, but you can mix and match your food there as you like. It's open for lunch on C days and dinner as well. Until recently, it was completely included in your fare, but right now, all lunches are free, but only one dinner is free. Additional dinners per person will be charged at $8. Carnival says this is a test, and I'm assuming because this has been such a popular venue on the ship, it will make it easier for everyone to eat here at least once. But I'm counting it here in the included food options because the lunches are free, as is at least one dinner per cruise. Chibang and Cucina del Capitano, which I'm going to talk about next, were created to be paid specialty restaurants, but Carnival decided to keep them free for the inaugural season and indefinitely after seeing how dining service overall has been on the Excel class ships. How it works to dine at Chibang is if you have your time dining, you can make a dinner reservation in the app just like in the main dining room. If you have set time dining, you can only do that after 7:45. For dinner, the menu is quite nice. I prefer the Chinese food, but it's to personal taste. For me, the Chinese food is more authentic than the Mexican food is. For lunch on C days, you can get either a noodle bowl or a burrito bowl, which you can customize. You can pick out your protein, your noodles, your rice for your Mexican bowl, and which vegetables that you like. You check it off on a slip how you like your bowl to be made. For the dinner, I love especially the Chinese appetizers. I like the lettuce wraps and the slow braised pork, the pot stickers, and the chicken spring rolls. All are wonderful. I found the entrees at Chibang to be a little on the small side. I ordered the Singapore chili shrimp without rice because I don't eat a ton of carbs, and it was very small without the rice. They were like, buy tiny shrimp and tons of sauce. I wish the waiter would have warned me. So I would go heavy on the appetizers before your entree, particularly if you're not asking for rice with your entree. The Mexican restaurant has quesadillas and all the type of Mexican food you'd expect. For me, I prefer Cantina still, but it's nice to have a Mexican sit-down choice included in your fare. Our 9th venue is Cucina del Capitano, another included sit-down restaurant. Cucina is usually a pay specialty restaurant on Carnival ships. The menu, it differs a bit from the paid version of Cucina, but you can get your typical favorites here, everything from nona's meatballs to linguine, pappardelle, chicken parmigiana. I mean, the food is good. I've only eaten here once because I had a real issue in early 2022 when I had extremely slow service at Cucina on the Mardi Gras. I was told they were training people that night, but dinner took well over 2 hours. We got so bored that my dining companion and I started building art installations from the salt and pepper and the flatware on the table. I mean, I know that's a little childish, but we were really bored and kind of surly, and we missed our show. The food itself was fine, if a little lukewarm, the particular night we were there. I'd love to hear of your more recent experiences with Mardi Gras Cucina for dinner in the comments. Was the food good, and how was the service? Also, you can get lunch at Cucina on C days. It has the make your own pasta bowls where you pick out your pasta and your sauce, and there are some appetizers and desserts as well for a nice included lunch. Our 10th venue is Java Blue, and it's one you might overlook when you're thinking about included food options because the first thing that comes to mind with Java Blue are those delicious paid coffees, the espressos, the cappuccinos, etc. However, there are very nice included food options at Java Blue. You can get hot breakfast sandwiches to go. You can get some pastries and yogurt. They have little chocolate croissants that go with your coffee. Smaller pastries are included. They have some very large fancy pastries, giant donuts and cupcakes that are for fee. So just be careful which ones you're picking if you're not looking for a paid option. For lunch, you have grab and goes such as wraps. There are empanadas, salads, some really nice pre-made options that you often don't even have to wait on a line for the grab and goes at Java Blue. You simply get what you want and you're off on your way. So very nice all day long when you're looking for something really quickly. Our 11th venue is one of my all-time favorites, Pizzeria del Capitano. It's the pizza place on Carnival, and it's absolutely huge on the Mardi Gras. They have a big brick-fired oven. I love the pizza on Carnival, and the Mardi Gras is no exception. It has authentic Italian pizza, a very thin, crispy crust, and not overloaded with cheese. Now, if you like American-style pizza, which has a doughy, thicker crust, as well as more cheese on your pizza, it might not be the pizza for you. But this is like my Italian grandmother used to make it, and I absolutely adore it. Also, getting pizza on the Mardi Gras is really quick. They have a ton of pizza chefs and individual people helping with line control. You get your pizza fast and hot. And it's perfect for late night pizza snack. It's open very late. It's open till about 3 or 4 in the morning. So basically after a long night at playing in a casino or closing a bar down, you can get a wonderful snack before bedtime. The deli on the Carnival Mardi Gras, our 12th venue, is called Piazza Panini. So besides your usual deli sandwiches such as ham and cheese and Reubens, you can also get pressed paninis. They're warm and they're delicious and also included. Number 13 is Swirls, the soft ice cream spot on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Some people consider this part of the Lido, but there's also a Swirls down in Summer Landing on Deck 8. There are usually 2 flavors of soft ice cream available. They have cones and cups, and it's hugely popular with kids of all ages. And it has long opening hours, so available for a good period of the day. Venue 14 is Guy's Pig and Anchor. This is 8 aft. I mention this because in order to find the included lunch option, which is a buffet for sea days, you have to go outside and go to the right of Summer's Landing. You can get all your traditional Guy's barbecue here, barbecue chicken, smoked pork, but sides including Mac Daddy, mac and cheese, there's homemade slaw, and collard greens. It's okay. My husband had lunch there and he enjoyed it, but we do live in Tennessee and we're pretty picky about barbecue. However, it's just nice to have another totally different included food option for lunch on the Mardi Gras. And wait, there's actually a 15th bonus venue. The bonus venue is room service. I'm not really putting it in the included food category since in years past, almost all of the room service was free, and that is no longer the case. The only thing you can get now for free is your coffee and your continental breakfast. I do want to tell you about it though, because it's very nice to know about if you've got an early morning excursion or you just want to get away from the crowds on your balcony with some coffee in your room in the morning. So how you do it now is a little bit different. You have to order it the night before via phone if you just wanted to show up in your room. They no longer have those little hanging cards that you would put on the outside of your door and select a time for your breakfast to be delivered in the morning. The continental breakfast includes such things as milk and juice, and I think there's some fruit and yogurt as well. So it's a little wider than just pastries and coffee. So that's it. That's my review of all the included food options on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Overall, I find the variety venues to be outstanding. All of it is not fine dining, but I find enough things as a foodie that my palate is entertained every day on the Carnival Mardi Gras. You can really mix it up without spending for the specialty restaurants. You don't have to eat for 7 straight nights in the MDR or have breakfast on the Lido every morning. And the quality of the food, from the MDR to Guy's Burgers, Shaq's Chicken, Chibang, it's all excellent. So I think you'll be pleased, and there is something for everyone's taste. Whether you're a foodie like me, a family with kids that really enjoy the casual dining options, or a real meat and potatoes guy. So that's it, my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what your favorite included food venues are on the Mardi Gras. Or if you haven't been on the Mardi Gras yet, tell me what venues you are most looking forward to. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and give us a like. We've got lots of great content coming up for you, including a look at all the paid dining options on the Mardi Gras, plus another one looking at beverages and the bars, and just a whole bunch of great things you're not going to want to miss. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching Cruising with Dee.